Hello and welcome to Aviation Farming and the Phoenix Sky Harbor Tower and Terminal Radar Approach Control. This tower came to life on January 14th, 2007. It's roughly 20 stories high or 326 feet. Here we are getting ready for a meeting in the Terminal Radar Approach Control building. It's a presentation given by controllers and also a question and answer session afterwards where the controllers describe their responsibilities and pilots' responsibilities. After the meeting, we were allowed to take a tour inside the Terminal Radar Approach Control room and get to see controllers at work and all the equipment they use and the conditions they work in. But we weren't allowed to do any filming or taking pictures in there. It was a very informative tour in the Terminal Radar Approach Control building where we were actually showed the screens they work on and how they can control the screens and see actual traffic departing and approaching Sky Harbor Airport. After that, we were allowed to go up inside the tower. We took an elevator up to 18 stories or 18 floors and got out and then walked up another flight of stairs to this area right here that you see, and this is called the outer ring of the Phoenix Sky Harbor Tower. It's got all the big windows in it. You can virtually see anything. You can see any movement of any aircraft in the entire Sky Harbor Airport from this outer ring, and that's the way they built this. Now the inner ring, which is the inside of this outer ring, is where the controllers are and working in a dark, dimly lit room. And we weren't allowed to go in there tonight. I guess sometimes they'll let people go in there, but for whatever reason they wouldn't allow us to be in there tonight. And they're the ones that make that call. I was wondering if maybe it was because they knew the Bill Boss dude, which is me, was there. Nah, just kidding. It's a joke. I believe it was because we had a little larger group than normal, and we had about 22 people there, and half of them were from Embry-Riddle Aviation School, and about half of them were airline pilots from like American. And I was definitely the oldest person there. You could call me the grandpa. Now, Sky Harbor Airport is about the 8th busiest airport in the United States and somewhere around the 20th busiest in the whole world. Last year, in 2022, they averaged 1 or 2 aircraft operations, which is a takeoff or landing or both, about every minute. 24 hours a day, 365 days in a year. And roughly 45 million passengers came through here in 2022. Now the Super Bowl was played here this year, and this airport experienced their highest passenger count in history for one day. And the day after the Super Bowl, they moved 200,000 passengers through here. Here we're looking at the approach end of runways 25 left and 25 right. The little white lights you'll see out there just above the horizon are actual aircraft approaching to land here. And if you notice the traffic coming in, most of the aircraft are approaching and landing on runway 25 left, and most of the aircraft departing are departing 25 right. Now on the left side of the tower, as you're looking here, on the left side of the screen, there's another runway. That's runway 26. And they're also using that for departures and arrivals. And here you see 5 aircraft lined up on their final approaches into Sky Harbor, just above the horizon. The tower controllers are responsible for keeping those aircraft coming in and out of Sky Harbor flowing in an orderly manner and keeping them to the required separation standards. Basically, in a simple form, this is how it works. The tower controls the aircraft within a 5-mile radius of the runways. So as an example, when an aircraft departs here, this tower will have control over that aircraft for roughly 5 miles. Then it will turn over the aircraft to the TRACON, or Terminal Radar Approach Control, and they will have control of that aircraft till it probably roughly around 40 miles. I mean, it's different on every airport, but 40 miles out, then it will turn it over to the Air Route Traffic Control Centers, and they will have that aircraft in their control basically at their cruising altitude. Then that basically works in reverse for approaching aircraft. They'll go from the center to the TRACON and then to the tower. So of course, just so you know, we're looking to the east here. So the aircraft you see coming in on approaches and landing, takeoffs, are heading to the west, as you can tell by the runway numbers. So if they were coming in, the aircraft were coming in from the west towards the east, those runway numbers would be 7 right, 7 left, and 8. Anyway, viewing the airport from the outer circle of the Sky Harbor Tower is something few people have got to see in person, and I'm glad I had the chance. Hey, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you.